Okay, what's the astrology of today?
Well, actually, I want to talk about next week because there is this new moon happening on Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, like 3:38 a.m. is the point of the new moon, and it's happening right on the cusp where Cancer becomes Leo. And so Cancer ruled by the moon, Leo ruled by the sun. These are the archetypal divine feminine and masculine points. That transition between Cancer and Leo is actually the third eye of the chart. And it's this very dynamic, not to say tumultuous place. In Vedic astrology, we call it a Gandanta point, right? That word Gandanta means like a knot, but it's sort of like it's the knot at the end of the rope. And so it is this breaking point where one thing transitions into the next, right? Cancer is a water sign, Leo is a fire sign. Water and fire don't really mix. And so they come to a hard stop against each other there. And it's like right in that mix where the new moon is happening, and the sun will then change signs on Thursday. And so that's another big transition, starting the sidereal month of Leo that goes from August 17th through September 16th. So the metaphor that I often use for this place in the zodiac is that of, like, I think of Hawaii. Many blessings to Hawaii today, Maui specifically. There's wild fucking fires. I have no idea what's happening.
I know.
Deep tragedy there. But I think of Hawaii and where the lava flows and hits the ocean. It's kind of like that sort of zone where there's literally like fresh earth, fresh nutrients coming up from the belly of the earth to make new land. And a generation from now, that'll be the most fertile soil on the planet. You can grow anything there. But right now it's tempestuous, it's sulfuric, there's a bunch of smoke where the water is cooling the lava, and if you're in a little boat and that place in the ocean, like, that's a hectic place to be, even though it's this creative, generative place. And so you think of the third eye, it's also like that, right? If you've ever had a psychedelic experience where it's amazing and glorious and there's all these patterns and you're connected to the creation of the cosmos, how amazing, and sometimes completely overwhelming, where it gets chaotic and it's like, oh my God, I'm not in control of this. And, are you in the eye of the storm, or are you getting swirled out to the edge and flung off somewhere? So that's what this new moon is, basically. It's happening right there. It's this reset point where the sun and moon line up, and that creates this little portal, right? And so it's definitely a great time for deep meditation. So Sunday and Monday in particular, when the moon is dark and old, those are its oldest points, is going to be Monday night. Huge opportunity for third eye visualizations. Like, go deep into your meditations, do your whatever practices you do to deep imagination, visualization. This sort of thing is going to be really, really powerful right now, and clear-sightedness, but also, like, when you can see through the veil, you don't always like what you see. It can get kind of crazy in there. So just knowing that it's not the most stable time. So whatever you need to do to stabilize the mind and ground it is what you're going to want to do. And so that's about what I wanted to say. Any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns?
Is there anything we should be particularly focusing on when we're visualizing?
Yeah, that's a really good question. The practice I would do, that I often do, and is a great thing for new moons and full moons, and anytime really, is to sit in your meditative posture, whatever that looks like, and have the sun in your third eye center and the moon in your heart. And as you inhale the warm liquid light from the sun, you inhale down into the moon in the heart center, and that light illuminates the moon, making a nice big full moon in your heart. And then as you exhale down out through your root chakra into the center of the earth to really ground that energy and plant that energy like a seed. Right? This is how agriculture works. So, like, the light from the sun hits the earth, but also bounces off the moon, moves the water. The sap moves up and down the trees with the moon cycles, and so you want to breathe in, pull that liquid light from the sun down, breathe out, plant it in the earth, and it all gets filtered through the moon in your heart. So that's the visualization I would do. Hypothetically, if I did anything I told others to do. That's a joke. Alright, that's enough for now. Rigby's busy in the bushes, aren't you, bud? Yeah. Here we are at Archipelago in downtown Denver. Just having a fine time on an August day. Have a good day, everybody.